Hello and welcome in the second video of the GST. In the first video, we have discussed about the introduction of the GST and the different concepts associated with the GST. Now, in this video, we are going to start several numerical questions in your exercises. So let's go ahead with the first numerical of the GST. So here is the first numerical of the GSTs. So let's try to solve this question. We will understand this question first, and after that we will solve this question. So the question is asking, Mr. Abdul, a manufacturer, sells his product worth rupees 2,25,000 within the state. It is asking within the state. It means the intra-state. In the last video, if you can remember, if you have not seen the last video, I will advise you to watch the last video first. So it is asking about within the state. That means it is talking about the intra-state, within the state. He buys goods worth rupees 1,20,000 within the state. If the rate of GST is 12% on the raw material and 18% on the finished products, and the amount of GST he has to pay is, so you have to find out the amount of GST he has to pay. So this we have to find out in this question. So it is a raw material. He buys worth rupees 1,20,000 within the state. So the raw material is 1,20,000 and at the rate of 12% on the raw material. So the GST will be imposed on the purchase of any product. So he has purchased a raw material. So 12% is the GST he has given on the raw material, and the amount paid on the raw material is 1,20,000. So 1,20,000 is the amount paid on the raw material. So if we cancel it, the two zeros are cancelled, and here is the amount. So 1,200 multiplied by the 12. So the total amount will come 14,400. So 14,400 is the total GST he has paid on the raw material. The raw material. So the raw material, the total GST he has paid. My handwriting is not proper, so you have to manage it. So this is the amount he has paid on the raw material. Now let's find out the output GST. So input, so this will be called the input GST. Now 18%, 100. Now you can multiply it with 2,25,000. So you can cancel the two zeros by this, and after that the total amount will come the 40,000 and the 500. You can calculate the 40,500 is the, I can do the mental calculation, but you can multiply it by your own. So 40,500 is called the output GST. So now you can understand the output GST is more and the input GST is the less. Now this is the amount he has sold the product after after manufacturing the product. This is the amount which he has received as the GST after selling the product. And on the purchase of the raw material, he has to pay the 14,400. So this will be called the input GST. 14,400 would be called the input GST, and 40,500 would be called the output GST. Now let's subtract the output GST by the input GST. Now 40,500 is the output GST, and 14,400 is the input GST. Now if we subtract the 40,500 with 14,400, the total amount would be 26,100. So this will be called the GST payable. The GST the GST payable, because the output GST is more and the input GST is less. So if you can remember the video, the last video, I have said that whenever the output GST would be more and the input GST would be less, it will be called the GST payable. So this is the amount that the GST payable. So the amount of the GST he has to pay is 25,100. So this would be the answer. Now it is all about the calculation, but you will write the answer in this manner. So I have already typed it, so you can write down the solution of this. So 26,100 would be the answer here. The output GST is more than the input GST. It means it will be the GST payable. That means this is the remaining GST amount 26,500, which the Mr. Abdul has to pay to the government in the GST return. It is called the GSTR, the GST return. I hope it is clear. So let's move to our next question. Now let's discuss the another question. So this is going to be the question number 2. The question is telling a shoe manufacturer purchases goods worth 90,000 from the market within the state. So it is called the input amount. On the input amount, he sells his product in the neighborhood market for rupees 78,000 if the common rate of GST is 18%. So it is talking about the common rate of interest. That means the 18% he has paid on the input, on the raw material, as well as he is going to impose. It means on the sale of the shoes, 78,000 would be the sale of the shoes. On this amount of also, this 18% is going to be imposed. And the GST payable, the GST credit for the above transaction is, we have to find out. So we have to find out either it is GST payable or the GST credit of the above transaction. So let's find out. So it will be called 90,000 is the amount on the input for the purchase of the raw material, and 78,000 is on the sale of the finished and the manufactured shoes, and 18% is the common applicable for both the raw material and as well as on the shoes. So I hope that you have understood the question. Now let's find out the input first. So the input on the raw material, the 18% is there. 18% divided by 100 multiplied by the 90,000. So if we solve it, 20, this 20 would be cancelled by another 20, and you can multiply it. 900 has to be multiplied with the 18, so 16,200 would come. 16,200. Now another one, let's find out the output GST. The output GST, what is the amount that he has paid on the output GST? So this is the amount he has paid on the input GST on the purchase of the raw material. Now another 18% GST is there. 100. Now 78,000, because he has sold the shoes on the 78,000, so 2 zeros are again cancelled. Now 718 multiplied by 780 multiplied by the 80, so the total amount will come 1440. 1440 would be the output GST. Now you can check whether output GST is more or less. So the output GST is less, the input GST is more. So in the last video also, if you can remember, it will be called the GST credit, because the output GST is less, it will be called the input, it will be called the GST credit. If the output, in the last question we have seen that the output GST was more, so it was GST payable, so it will be called the GST credit. So output GST, that is 14,040 minus 1600 16,200. So output GST minus the input GST. So the total amount will come 21,600. So it will be the GST credit. GST credit. So I hope that you have understood the question, understood the answer also. It is a common one, the common rate of interest of the net GST. The net GST within the state you should also remember it will be applicable for the central GST and the state GST. The common rate of interest is 1800. It's the 18%. That means 18% on the input as well as 18% on the output. So we have find it out the GST rate. So this is the GST amount on the input and the output. We have subtracted it, then the net amount has arrived. So I hope that you have understood it. So let's move to the next question. Now the another thing is that many students are there who do a lot of mistakes in doing the calculation of the percentage. So let's talk about some facts about the percentage. So this is going to be our full answer on this question. So you can write down this. We have done the calculation. I hope that you have understood the question. Now this is going to be our detailed answer. Now let's talk about certain concepts on the percentage. On the percentage. Suppose somebody tell that 5,000. Suppose somebody tell what would be the 50%. What would be the 50% of the 5,000? So what will you do? You will do the calculation in this manner. 50 multiplied by 100. 50 divided by 100 multiplied by the 5,000. You will do calculation like this. Now 2,500 would be the total answer. This is the process of doing the calculation on the percentage. Now let's learn about, let's avoid the calculation and start doing the mental calculation. It would be more faster, as well as you can solve the question without committing any type of numerical mistakes. So suppose this is the 5,000. Suppose it is 100%. Now if anybody asks you what is the 50%, what is the amount of the 50%? So simply you can divide it by 2. It will become the 2,500. It will be the 2,500. So 2,500 would simply be the half of the 5,000. It will be called the 50%. Now if anybody asks you what is the 25% of that? So again it will be the half of the amount. So the half of the amount would be 1,250. 1,250 would be the 25%. Now if anybody asks you what is the 10% of the 5,000, so you can simply cancel these one numerical 10, and it will be the 500. Now if anybody asks you what is the 1%, what is the 1%, so you can simply cancel out the 2 zeros and it will be the 50. The 50 would be the 1% of the 5,000. Now if anybody asks you what is the 10%, so okay, the 10% I have. So this is a way how to do the mental calculation. The mental calculation would be more faster, and you can save the time, as well as you have to carry the less numerical, which will also make your calculation faster and safe, because majority of the students, around 70% of the students, lost their marks because of the calculation, because of the numerical mistakes. So avoid the numerical mistakes while solving any kind of numerical questions. Now I hope it is clear. So let's move to our next question. Now let's discuss the question number 3. So the question number 3 is telling Mr. Salim, a biscuit manufacturer, buys raw goods worth ₹1,40,000 from different market within the state GST 5%. So 5% he has paid on the purchase of the raw material, which is worth 1,40,000. Now he sold packet biscuits worth rupees 2,10,500. In the basket biscuit is the 12%. Now find the amount of GST payable by him. Now you can easily understand he has purchased raw material of rupees 1,40,000 and the amount, the GST he has paid on this purchase is the 5%. Now after making it, after manufacturing it, the biscuit he has sold 2,10,500 at the rate of 12% as the GST. So you can find out the input GST. What is the input GST on the raw material? The input GST is the 5%. The input GST is the 5% multiplied by 1,40,000. Now you can find out how much amount he has paid as a GST. Now these two zeros are cancelled and the total amount would be 7,000. The total amount is the 7,000. So 7,000 is the money that he has paid as a GST on the purchase of the raw material. Now let's find out the output GST. So the output GST, he has sold the biscuit of 2,10,500 at the rate of 12% GST. So the 12%, let's find out what would be the 12% of the amount 2,10,500. 2,10,500. So these two zeros are cancelled. Now you can find out what is the amount. So the amount is 25,260. So this is the whole amount, 25,260. So you can find out this output GST is more than the input GST. Now if the output GST is more than the input GST, it will be called the GST payable. Now how much amount is this? To find out how much amount is this, 25,260, that is the output GST. You subtract it by the input GST, 7,000. So the total amount would be 18,260. So this is the total amount GST payable. So the GST payable, the total amount GST payable. So this would be the answer, 18,260 GST payable. So this would be the answer of this question. I hope that you have understood the question and answer both. So if you will write it in your copy in this manner. So this is the fresh detailed explanation of this question. So I hope that you have enjoyed the video and you have learned a lot around the GST questions. In the next video we are coming with lots of questions. So thank you for watching this video.